Afternoon, everyone. So then, from my batch of what I think, depending how I count those saws in my last batch, about 26. Some kind of, are they saws? Kind of bits of saws. So this is saw number 3, which is going up for sale from that batch, and taking off a couple of covers ready just to do a walk around with the camera. So Jonsered, one of the slightly later Jonsereds, because it's based on the Husqvarna, I believe the Husqvarna 61 footprints. I'm not au fait with it in any way. I only know the basics about this saw, which is it's so I believe it's a 48mm piston, just like the Husqvarna equivalent, with a 36 stroke, and plastic tank, plastic pull card, pull start housing. So what's she missing? She's missing clutch drum, clutch sprocket, and the clutch. No side cover. Strangely, another one with one stud slightly shorter than the other for whatever reason. I don't know why. Unless they just knocked in, I just don't know. And missing the exhaust. So other than that, this saw looks absolutely complete. Looks really, really complete. No screws missing. So excellent felling spike. Handle tight. All the AV mounts all the way around appear good. So let me get the camera, do a walk around. And so bought as a non-worker, excellent spark apparently, but low compression and doesn't run. So that's interesting. I'll show you that after the walk around. So I'm hoping this to be an amazing part saw for one of you guys. So I believe it's something like the model the 630 or the 635. I'm pretty sure the 625 has a badge label here, but I might be wrong. So I'd love to hear if anybody's got any more updates on that. So no damage to the side housing. Actually, guys, I'm going to pause the video quickly. I'm going to I'll take the side housing off as well, just to show people. Back in a second. Hi guys, okay, I'm back. So because this is being sold just for parts, it's too good to say this saw is scrap, but she really is just for parts then. So there's no damage to the pull start housing, and so I put a new pull cord on, which I'll explain why in a minute. Well, it's just to, yeah, I'll come on to that in a second. So pull start housing, really nice. So flywheel undamaged, both starter pulls present. So dual coil version. It says SEM ignition, so electronic ignition on this model, and both filler caps present. Piston looks original. Air filter is undamaged. So handle undamaged at the back. Same choke arrangement as the other Husqvarna 61, so all working, along with the kill switch. And then it was sold with a non-working chain oiler, and I had a look and I had a spare nylon worm gear for her, and so we'll come on to that as well when I show what this engine pulls over like. Felling spike, and then around to the front. So exhaust missing, and paint really, really nice. Barrel looks really, really nice. I'm sure with a clean would come up probably immaculate. Piston looks pretty good. Piston looks pretty good. It looks like it's got some little polished lines on it, but I can't tell if they're scores or not. And all the way back around again. Covers. The main top cover is in, well, nice clean condition. There's no cracks in it, so there's some scratches, but obviously cleaned up probably really, really well. And then the back housing, little baby crack through the top, but still very, very solid. Correct screws or lugs still on there. Okay, so that's the walk around of the saw and underside. All the AV mounts look tight and are in place. So I'm hoping this will be a great part saw. So I should pause the vid, put the covers back on, and so she came with no exhaust. But what I have here, don't want it to look like a total bodge, is a McCulloch. I was trying to find any silencer I had that would fit on, just so I could pull her over. So I'm just going to bolt this one in place, because otherwise the noise might be deafening if she fires, and just to give people an idea of the condition of the engine. Back in a moment. Hi guys, okay, so covers are back on, and what I've done is the McCulloch exhaust lines up within, not sure if I'm in shot, but the McCulloch exhaust lines up within kind of an 1/8 of an inch offset, and so hopefully just give you an idea of how it sounds. So the description I had was chain oil are not working, low compression, engine a bit rattly. Right, and what have I done to it? So I have replaced the pull cord, so I wanted to check the flywheel just to see the condition of the starter pulls, and that's all good. And I put just a new pull cord on as a matter of course. I checked the fuel pickup in the tank, and it had a dark type of brown texture to it, or feel to it, and it looked like either it just got blocked or clogged, and it looks solid to me. So I put a new correct Husqvarna, had a spare 61 filter, so I put a filter in it just so I could check it. The fuel lines all looked fine, so does the pulse line, and I guess they could need changing, but they look okay. Kill switch, as it happens, seems to work fine, and this assembly, the choke and the throttle lock, again, all seems to function okay. Change the plug to a known working plug, and let me show you if she will fire. So, choke. So, smoky. Smoky. And so, with this spare worm gear I had, this little nylon gear, chain oil is pumping out oil everywhere. And so, ignition obviously working, and throttles, I can't obviously tell because it's so smoky, and I've got the exhaust partially restricted. I wonder if it'll make it, if I take this off, it's going to be loud. They're unusual, these McCulloch exhausts, as well, because they vent at the back rather than the front. So, oh, she's hot. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to pause and grab a rag. Back in a second. Hi guys, let me just wipe that off. That McCulloch exhaust, although the holes lined up well for the put the studs in, was actually blocking quite significantly the exhaust outlet. So let's try her again and see what she runs like without the exhaust on, if she will. Right there. Wow, she's loud. Okay, so she fires, idles obviously fast on her, and so there she is. So I hope, I can't sell that as a running saw. I know it starts, but it's just, there's just too many variables with her. So he said that she's a noisy engine. I can't tell. I mean, she's noisy without the exhaust, that's for sure. And I think that's off. That kill switch is a little bit strange. Didn't seem to want to kill it just then, but okay, small things. So there she is, hopefully. Hopefully an amazing parts saw for one of you, and I don't want to mislead anybody. So those are the things he told me. Non-working oiler, but with this worm gear, oil is pumping out everywhere. So as far as I can tell, the oil is working really, really well. It obviously sparks and is obviously picking up and pulling fuel through. One short stud, missing exhaust, and he said that the engine low on compression and rattly. So yeah, so it's really strange because he said it was a non-runner, but it actually, she does pull over and seem to fire, but then she's been stood a long time as well. So okay guys, hope that's interesting. Any questions, just ask and I'll do my best to answer. And so there she is. So parts only, but hopefully an amazing part saw for one of you, particularly if you're already running a Jonsered. If this is a 630 or 635, might be a wealth of bits which are really, really useful for one of you. Bye for now, guys.